Hello everyone, it's Kari back again with a fun card to share. Today I'm going to be using a couple of stencils from Missing Stamps. This is the Rainbow Sky stencil, and I'm also going to be using the Random Dots stencil. Then I've got the Llama Love, and I'm going to pull in this book from the Storybook Alice stamp set, and we're going to pull a card together with all of this. Now, because I want to build my own sentiment, I'm going to use this die set from the Punny Farm frame die. This is a really good alphabet when you have a larger sentiment you want to build. This fits really nice on an A2 card. So to start out, I'm going to tape my panel to my glass surface, and then I'm going to add the Random Dot stencil. I'm going to start out by inking on one color. So I'm starting with yellow here, and you want to use colors that are close to each other on the color wheel so you create a third color that is pleasing to the eye. In other words, it doesn't turn to mud. So I'm bringing in saltwater taffy here, and I'm just going to ink on a few stripes. So this is going to color parts of those random dots. And let me finish this, and you'll see there is the result. Now it turned more orangey than I wanted it to, so I'm going to bring in a little bit of pink ink as well with some picked raspberry and add a little more pink to that. Make it a little bit darker. And you can use blues and greens if you want. This was the color I thought would be nice and bright for a sunny look. Now I'm going to take the sun rays stencil out of that Rainbow Sky stencil pack. There's lots you could choose from. You could build a rainbow above the book if you wanted to. I really like the idea of making a sunburst over the book, and so I'm going to attach that and kind of mask off the bottom there because I only want the sun rays coming out of the top portion. And then I've got some paste here, a couple different shades of yellow, and I think I'm going to use my Nouveau paste here. I've had this for a long time. It's almost gone, but it's a really light, happy yellow. And I'm just going to use my tool here to add that through those sun rays. Once I get this on, I want to clean off my stencil right away and my tool here, because this could really stick, but if you wash it off right away, then it's easy to clean. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. And now for the book, I wanted a different shade. I already had one colored in red, but I thought it was a little too harsh, so I colored another one up in blues and grays. And I'm going to die cut that out and use that for the book on this card. Now this is mostly dry. It's had a little bit of time to dry, so it's mostly dry. And I have my letters and my llama already cut and ready to go. So my little llama is going to be standing on the book there, and I'm going to build my sentiment, and I want it to say, "No Prob-llama." And I thought that was really fun, especially for this time of year when there's a lot going on. There's graduations, end of school, summer vacation, lots of changes. I don't know where you're at in your life with that, but I have a lot of nephews graduating, getting ready to stay home for the summer break, and of course grandkids as well. So this was kind of a nod to the busy time of year. There's no Prob-llama. Now here's a little tip for adding sentiments very simply to your card. Get them all lined up first and then pick them up with a low tack tape and add some dots of glue. These are really thin letters, and so just small little dots of glue will suffice to stick them onto your card. But this helps you to add the glue all at once instead of placing them one at a time. If you want to, you could also cut it out of sticker paper or add some double-sided adhesive to your paper before you cut out the letters. And I've done that many times as well, but this time I am doing the glue with the tape method. So this is very low tack tape. I can tape that down, and then I usually like to let it sit for just a minute and then, or just a few seconds, and then pull the tape off So the glue is still a little bit wet and I have time to make any adjustments if I need to. Now I'm going to add our images with some foam adhesive to pop them up, give this card a little bit of dimension. So I'll cut that to fit on the book. It needs to be a little bit thinner, and we're going to add that just like that. And then to the little llama as well. We'll pop him up. He's so cute. And I've colored him up with my Copic markers, just using some shades of gray. There we go. To finish off this card, I'm just going to cut around the edges of this to create a nice little border around all the sides. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit and center it up just a touch, because I did get that off center just a little bit, but by trimming the edges a little, that fixes that problem. Now for a matte layer, I was thinking about yellow, but then I thought, no, I want to bring that blue more into this card. So I've got a blue card matte here, A2 size, and that matches our book and our letters. So I'll go ahead and glue that on, and then we can add this to our card base as well. Just want to line that up right in the center. And I've got a top folding card for this one, and I'm just going to glue that right to the top. For this card, there was plenty of pizzazz with those random dots in the background, and that's the sun rays, which has a nice subtle shine to it. You can see the shine here. So I didn't feel like I needed any other embellishments, and that's going to finish our card for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're having a wonderful time of year this time of year. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out with our channel, and I'll be back real soon with more inspiration and more cards to share. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.